One day they're walking red carpets and posing for cameras. The next, gone, no goodbyes. No scandals, no explanations. Just silence. This is the story of 3 stars who vanished under the strangest circumstances, and the questions they left behind that may never be answered. Let's start in 1949, Los Angeles. A city overflowing with fame, secrets, and shadows. Jean Spangler was a rising actress, young and glowing with potential. She kissed her daughter goodbye, told her sister she was going to meet her ex-husband, and then to a night shoot on set. She never came home. 2 days later, her handbag was found in Griffith Park. Nothing was stolen, no sign of a struggle. But inside was a chilling clue, a half-finished note. It read, "Kirk, can't wait any longer. Going to see Dr. Scott. It will work best this way while Mother is away." That was it. Investigators were baffled. Who was Kirk? Some speculated it was actor Kirk Douglas, who had worked with Jean. He denied knowing her personally, and Dr. Scott never identified. Some believed Jean was pregnant and seeking an illegal abortion, common and dangerous in that era. Others whispered about mob connections, or a lover with too much to lose. The LAPD followed leads, but none of them went anywhere. Jean Spangler vanished, without a trace, without a witness, and without closure. To this day, her disappearance remains one of Hollywood's darkest mysteries. Now fast forward to 1995. Across the Atlantic, another artist prepares to disappear, this time from the world of music. Richie Edwards was the lyricist and guitarist for the Manic Street Preachers. He was brilliant, troubled, and worshipped. On February 1st, just before his band was scheduled to fly to the US for a promotional tour, Richie checked out of his London hotel. He never made the flight. 2 weeks later, his car was found parked near the Severn Bridge, an infamous location known for people unaliving themselves. But there was no note, no body, no trace. Over the years, stories surfaced. Sightings of a man resembling Richie in Goa, India, a reclusive traveler in Lanzarote, a stranger in rural Wales who avoided cameras, but nothing ever confirmed. Some believe Richie took his own life, driven by mental health struggles and the pressure of being in the spotlight. Others are convinced he walked away from everything, to find peace or anonymity or simply freedom. Whatever happened, his body has never been found. His voice remains frozen in the lyrics he left behind, but the man vanished. And then there's the case that feels like something out of a movie, because no one would believe it if it wasn't real. Bison Deal wasn't just a basketball star. He was a thinker, a traveler, a man who walked away from a multi-million-dollar NBA career to sail the world. In July of 2002, he set sail from Tahiti on a catamaran called the Hakuna Matata. Aboard with him were his girlfriend Serena Carlin, the boat's captain Bertrand Saldo, and his estranged brother Miles DeBoer. Weeks passed, no one heard from them. Then, unexpectedly, Miles surfaced, alone. He returned to the mainland using Bison's passport, forged his signature, and began accessing his bank accounts. Suspicion grew quickly. When authorities closed in, Miles fled to Mexico, where he OD'd on insulin. He fell into a coma and passed away without revealing what happened at sea. Investigators believe he unalived everyone aboard, but with no bodies, no eyewitnesses, and no confession, we may never know the truth. The boat was found stripped and abandoned, and Bison, Serena, and the captain were gone, swallowed by the Pacific. So what connects these 3 stories? Jean Spangler, Richie Edwards, Bison Daly. 3 completely different lives, 3 different eras, and yet one eerie thread. They all vanished at the height of their visibility, when people were watching, when futures were unfolding. Each case had strange clues, unanswered questions. People who may have known more than they said. Were they victims of foul play? Were they overwhelmed and searching for escape? Or were they pulled into something far deeper, far darker than we can see? Hollywood is no stranger to mystery, but some stories stick with us, not because of what we know, but because of what we don't. No final words, no recovered remains. Only theories, silence, and a lingering question echoing through the years. What really happened? And perhaps the most chilling truth of all is that we may never know. What do you believe? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more strange stories from the shadows of fame, don't forget to subscribe.